Spiritual power is a force within each of us, waiting to be discovered and unlocked. It is not external or reserved for a select few. It is an expression of the divine essence that connects us to the deepest and truest parts of ourselves. Unlocking spiritual power is not just an abstract concept but a transformative journey that begins with an internal call, a silent invitation echoing within our hearts, urging us to seek something greater, something that transcends the limitations of the material world. This call is subtle yet unmistakable. It manifests as restlessness, a yearning for meaning, and a desire to understand life's purpose. Often, it arises during moments of transition, crisis, or reflection, when the routine of daily life no longer fills the emptiness we feel. It marks the beginning of a spiritual awakening, a reminder that there is a deeper path to walk. But answering this call is not simple. It requires the courage to look inward, confront our own shadows, and question the narratives we have constructed about who we are and who we are supposed to be. Responding to this call is the first step in unlocking spiritual power. It is recognizing that the path lies not outside but within. It is not about acquiring something new but about releasing what is already present, buried under layers of doubt, fear, and conditioning. It is an act of surrender, a commitment to the truth that resides in our deepest being. In doing so, we open the door to a transformation that not only elevates us but also connects us to the universal flow of love and wisdom. Unlocking spiritual power is not about achieving perfection. It is a continuous process, a journey of self-discovery and alignment with the divine. It is about learning to listen to our inner voice, trust our intuition, and act from a place of authenticity and purpose. It is a dance between the human and the sacred, where every step brings us closer to who we truly are. As we embark on this journey, we realize that spiritual power is not separate from our daily lives. It permeates every thought, choice, and interaction. It invites us to live with greater intention, to see the world with renewed eyes, and to recognize the beauty and purpose in everything around us. It is a force that reminds us of our connection to the whole, that we are indispensable parts of a larger plan. The philosophy behind spiritual power reveals a profound truth. It is an expression of the divine essence within each of us, a force that reflects the infinite potential of our core being. It cannot be measured or precisely defined, but it manifests in how we live, think, and connect with the world. Spiritual power transcends the physical and tangible. It resides in our ability to transform our consciousness and align our actions with universal purpose. Many philosophical and spiritual traditions throughout history affirm this idea. In ancient Greek philosophy, Socrates asserted that true knowledge comes from within, that wisdom is a process of remembering what the soul already knows. This concept resonates with Eastern traditions such as Hinduism and Buddhism, which teach that the divine resides within each being, waiting to be recognized. The Hindu concept of Atman refers to the divine essence in every individual, which is one with Brahman, the universal whole. Similarly, in Buddhism, the practice of meditation helps us access the Buddha nature within, a state of enlightenment and compassion that transcends the ego. In Christian mysticism, there is the idea that we are temples of the Holy Spirit, dwellings of a divine force that guides and sustains us. Meister Eckhart, one of the great medieval mystics, wrote about the divine spark within every soul, an inner flame that connects us to the infinite. These perspectives, though originating from different cultures and times, converge on a singular truth. Spiritual power is a reflection of our highest essence, and activating it is an act of returning to what we have always been. This power, however, cannot be forced or fabricated. It is awakened through awareness. When we expand our perception, when we begin to see beyond the illusions of the ego and the distractions of the material world, we create space for spiritual power to emerge. This expansion of consciousness is like opening a window in a dark room. The light is already outside, waiting to enter. Alignment is another essential component. When we live in harmony with our deepest values, our intuition, and the call of our soul, spiritual power flows naturally. It is like tuning a musical instrument. When we are aligned, our actions, thoughts, and emotions vibrate at the same frequency, creating a melody that resonates with the universe. It is important to remember that spiritual power is not something we possess but something that flows through us. It is not an achievement or a mark of superiority but a state of connection to something greater. This is why it is inseparable from humility. Recognizing that we are channels of this force, not its owners, keeps us grounded in the higher purpose of serving and transforming. As we explore the concept of spiritual power, we realize that it is not static. It grows and evolves as we grow and evolve. Every challenge we face, every moment of introspection, and every act of courage brings us closer to this force. And the more we connect with it, the more we understand that its true essence is not in external accomplishments but in the peace, love, and wisdom it awakens within us. Identifying the signs that you are a chosen one is like uncovering a map that has always been in your hands but is only now beginning to make sense. These signs do not appear with clear labels or direct explanations. They emerge as small clues, moments of deep connection, and experiences that resonate with something far greater than yourself. It is as if the universe is whispering truths in your direction, asking you to awaken to your mission. One of the most striking signs is a strong intuition, that inexplicable feeling that guides your decisions and connects you to something unseen but undeniably real. This intuition is not merely a hunch. It is the language of the soul, a bridge between your consciousness and the divine. It directs you to the right path, even when logic or circumstances suggest otherwise. The more you trust this intuition, the stronger it becomes, revealing the depth of your connection to spiritual power. Another common sign is a sense of purpose, a feeling that you are here for something greater than merely existing. This feeling may begin as restlessness, a persistent question echoing within you: what is the meaning of all this? What am I meant to do with my life? As you follow this question, your purpose begins to reveal itself, often in fragments like puzzle pieces slowly coming together. The attraction to deeper truths is yet another indication. You feel drawn to explore spiritual, philosophical, or existential questions often overlooked by those around you. Books, conversations, or even moments of silent contemplation lead you to a broader understanding of life. You realize that the answers you seek are not in external achievements but in the depths of your being. Significant challenges in your life are also signs that you are a chosen one. These obstacles do not arise to punish you but to shape you. They are tools of the universe to test your resilience, strengthen your faith, and prepare you for the mission you are called to fulfill. Every difficulty overcome becomes a reminder of the spiritual power within you, waiting to be fully accessed. Synchronicities are another unmistakable sign. Moments when everything seems to align almost magically, such as unexpected encounters, timely messages, or opportunities appearing when you need them most. These experiences are reminders that you are on the right path and that the universe is conspiring in your favor. The more you pay attention to these synchronicities, the more you realize they are not coincidences but confirmations of your alignment with your purpose. These signs, when combined, create a unique tapestry for each individual. They do not follow a formula or appear in the same way for everyone. However, what unites them is the feeling that something is stirring within you, a force calling you to view life differently. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward unlocking your spiritual power. It is an invitation to listen, observe, and open yourself to the journey ahead. However, accessing the power of the mind requires more than specific practices. It demands constant vigilance. It's necessary to observe thoughts as one watches the sky, noticing passing clouds without clinging to them. This practice of mindfulness helps prevent negative or limiting patterns from gaining strength. It's a reminder that you are not your thoughts. You are the space in which they occur, the silent observer who can choose which thoughts to nurture and which to let go. The mind is also a gateway to intuition, that subtle voice often drowned out by the noise of doubt and overanalysis. When the mind is clear and balanced, intuition flows freely, guiding your choices and connecting you to the divine. It's like clearing the waters of a lake. When the chaos dissipates, light can reflect with clarity. Unlocking spiritual power through the mind is ultimately an act of self-mastery. It does not mean controlling every thought but learning to navigate them with wisdom and compassion. It's allowing the mind to become a clear mirror, reflecting the light of the soul and channeling universal energy into the material world. The opening of the heart is one of the most transformative steps in the journey to unlocking spiritual power. The heart is more than a physical organ. It is the center of connection with universal love, compassion, and divine energy. While the mind is the portal that helps us understand and manifest, the heart is the core that links us to the infinite flow of love that sustains all creation. It is here that we find the strength to heal, the courage to forgive, and the ability to live in harmony with our higher purpose. The heart, however, is not always fully open. Emotional wounds accumulated over a lifetime, rejections, losses, disappointments, can create barriers that block its natural energy. These barriers may cause us to live defensively, protecting ourselves from pain but also preventing us from experiencing love in its fullness. To unlock spiritual power, it is essential to heal these wounds and allow the heart to open once more. Healing begins with acknowledgement. You must look inward with honesty and compassion and recognize the pain you still carry. It's not about reliving suffering but about embracing those parts of yourself still tied to the past. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools in this process. Forgiving does not mean forgetting or justifying what was done. It means releasing the burden you carry, choosing freedom over resentment. Through forgiveness, we create space in the heart for love to flow again. Gratitude also plays a crucial role in opening the heart. When we cultivate the practice of giving thanks, even for small things, we shift our perspective. Gratitude connects us to the abundance of the present, helping us see that even amidst challenges, there is beauty and purpose in everything. It's a practice that nourishes the heart, strengthening it against adversity and allowing it to remain open even in the face of difficulties. Another key to unlocking the heart is living with compassion, both for others and for ourselves. Compassion reminds us that everyone is fighting their own invisible battles and deserves to be treated with kindness. But it also teaches us to look at our own flaws with the same tenderness, accepting that we are all on a path of learning. When we become more compassionate, we build a bridge between the divine within ourselves and the divine in others. Living in harmony with divine love is the culmination of opening the heart. This doesn't mean we will never experience pain or challenges again, but that we will face life with a renewed perspective. Divine love is unconditional. It does not depend on specific circumstances or actions. It simply is flowing through us when we allow the heart to remain open. When we connect with this love, we realize we are not separate from the universe but part of it. In this connection, we find the strength to heal and transform, not just ourselves but also those around us. The heart, when unlocked, becomes an inexhaustible source of spiritual energy. It gives us the courage to love even when it's hard, the strength to forgive even when it seems impossible, and the ability to live in alignment with the greater purpose of our existence. It is through the heart that spiritual power manifests in its purest form, as a light that illuminates everything it touches. The connection to the soul is the recognition of the deeper purpose that guides our existence. It is a reunion with the eternal essence that transcends time, circumstances, and the limitations of the material world. While the heart connects us to universal love and the mind acts as a channel for spiritual power, the soul is the compass pointing to the true north of our journey. Recognizing it is essential to living a life of purpose and alignment. This connection begins with self-awareness. The soul is always communicating, but its voice is often drowned out by the noise of the mind and the distractions of the external world. Hearing this voice requires a conscious effort to look within, to explore our values, passions, and deepest aspirations. It is a process of introspection that goes beyond superficial questions, challenging us to confront truths about who we are, what we desire, and why we are here. Introspection is the practice of observing our lives with a curious and compassionate eye. It's not about judging or labeling but about seeking understanding. Why do certain things bring us joy while others leave us empty? What inspires us to keep going even in the face of challenges? These questions, when explored honestly, help us identify the traces of our soul in action. Each answer is a piece of the puzzle that reveals our purpose. Accepting the divine calling is the next step in strengthening this connection. The soul does not force, it invites. It plants seeds of longing, stirring a desire for something greater, something meaningful. This calling may come in moments of silence, through dreams, or even during periods of difficulty that make us reevaluate what truly matters. Ignoring it can lead to a persistent sense of emptiness, but answering it is a profoundly transformative experience. It's like coming home after a long search. Living in alignment with the soul's purpose means making decisions that reflect this calling. Often, this requires courage, as the soul's path does not always follow the easiest or most conventional route. It challenges external expectations and asks us to prioritize what is authentic and meaningful. But in doing so, we discover a joy and peace that transcend external circumstances. It's the feeling of being exactly where we are meant to be, doing exactly what we are called to do. The connection to the soul also teaches us to accept our imperfections and see purpose in our struggles. Every challenge faced is an opportunity for growth, a lesson that brings us closer to our essence. The soul does not seek perfection, it seeks authenticity. It reminds us that we are human on a spiritual path and that even our mistakes have value when used to learn and evolve. Strengthening this connection requires practice. Meditation helps quiet the mind and hear the soul's voice. Prayer places us in communion with the divine, asking for guidance and clarity. And contemplation allows us to reflect deeply on our lives, identifying where we are aligned with our purpose and where we need to adjust our course. These practices, done consistently, make the soul's voice increasingly clear. When we fully connect with our soul, we begin to see life from a new perspective. What once seemed ordinary becomes sacred, and every moment becomes an opportunity to express the divine within us. We discover that our purpose is not something to be found externally but something to be revealed from within. The challenges on the chosen one's journey are both inevitable and essential. They do not arise to derail the path but to strengthen it. Every obstacle faced, every moment of doubt or pain, is an opportunity for growth that tests faith, refines determination, and deepens the connection to purpose. It is in the hardest moments that the chosen ones discover the true extent of their spiritual strength. One of the first challenges the chosen face is doubt. Am I truly called for something greater? Am I worthy? Am I capable of fulfilling this mission? These questions echo in the mind, fueled by fear of the unknown and the pressure of external expectations. Doubt, however, is not an enemy to be fought. It is an invitation to look within, to seek answers in the soul rather than relying on validation from the external world. Overcoming doubt requires courage to trust the unseen, to move forward without guarantees, guided only by the inner calling. Another common challenge is isolation. Chosen ones often feel their journey is solitary, that few can understand the depths of their thoughts and feelings. This isolation can lead to a sense of disconnection, as if they are out of sync with the world around them. However, this feeling is part of the discovery process. It is in the silence of solitude that the deepest truths emerge. And eventually, the chosen realize they are not alone, that there are others on their own awakening journeys, connected by a greater purpose. Overcoming the ego is perhaps one of the most subtle and ongoing challenges. The ego seeks control, recognition, and security, while the soul calls us to surrender, service, and trust. The ego may try to appropriate spiritual power, turning it into a tool for personal gratification. This internal conflict is a battleground where the chosen learn to discern between the voice of the ego and that of the soul. It is not a fight to eliminate the ego but to place it in service of the divine purpose, transforming its energies into fuel for spiritual growth. External challenges also play a crucial role in the journey. They may come in the form of rejections, criticisms, or circumstances that seem contrary to progress. These obstacles test the resilience of the chosen, forcing them to draw strength from their spiritual connection rather than relying solely on external resources. Each external challenge is a mirror reflecting something internal, an opportunity to learn more about oneself and the world. These difficulties, as intense as they may seem, are fundamental to spiritual growth. They shape the chosen, stripping away layers of doubt, fear, and selfishness that obscure their true essence. It is like the process of polishing a gemstone. Every strike, every refinement, reveals the brilliance that was hidden. Without challenges, the journey of the chosen would be superficial, incapable of reaching the depths necessary to unlock their full power. The chosen learn to view challenges as teachers, not enemies. Every obstacle faced with faith and determination is a lesson, a step forward on the journey. Over time, they realize these difficulties are not just for their own benefit but also for those they are called to inspire and serve. By overcoming their challenges, the chosen become living examples of resilience and transformation, showing others that light can always be found, even in the deepest shadows. Overcoming the journey's challenges does not mean eliminating them but integrating them. It's about accepting that they are part of the path and that, through them, the soul grows and strengthens. It's finding peace even in the midst of the storm, knowing that every difficulty faced with courage and love is a victory on the path toward a greater purpose. The power of service and authenticity is the heartbeat of the chosen one's spiritual journey. Service is not just an action, it's a state of being, an expression of connection with something greater than ourselves. It is the understanding that spiritual power, as grand as it may be, was not given for individual benefit but to be shared, multiplied, and used to elevate the collective. By doing so with authenticity, The chosen not only inspire others but also find their deepest alignment with the divine purpose. Service does not have to be grand or public. Often, it manifests in the simplest gestures: a kind act, a word of encouragement, a listening ear. These small moments of conscious presence create ripples that extend far beyond what we can see. Serving is not about changing the entire world at once, but about creating meaningful changes in the present moment, in the lives of those around us. It is the practice of planting seeds of love and compassion, trusting that they will bloom in due time. When the chosen serve, something extraordinary happens. They become channels for the divine. They are not merely acting from themselves but allowing universal energy to flow through them. This flow creates an impact that transcends the physical, touching the souls of those they encounter. At the same time, service transforms the one who serves. It is an act that purifies, strengthens, and connects the chosen to a higher purpose, bringing a sense of joy and fulfillment that nothing in the material world can offer. Authenticity is the pillar that supports this service. Being authentic is not just about honesty. It is living in accordance with your essence, acting in alignment with your values, and letting your light shine without fear or reservation. Authenticity inspires because it is rare. In a world full of masks and expectations, those who live their truth stand out as beacons, showing others that it is possible to be both vulnerable and powerful at the same time. However, living authentically is not always easy. It requires courage to face external judgment and internal insecurities. The chosen often feel pressure to conform, to fit into molds that do not reflect their true nature. But by embracing their authenticity, they discover that the greatest freedom lies in being who they truly are. It is in this freedom that spiritual power finds its purest expression. Service and authenticity go hand in hand. We cannot truly serve without being authentic, and we cannot be authentic without feeling the call to serve. When the chosen live in alignment with their essence, service becomes a natural extension of who they are. They do not need to force or plan. Their actions flow from the heart, guided by love and compassion. This combination of service and authenticity also has a transformative impact on the world. When the chosen live according to their truth and serve others, they create a space where others feel inspired to do the same. They do not lead with authority but with presence, showing by example that every person has the power to make a difference. By inspiring others to awaken to their own spiritual power, the chosen amplify the impact of their mission. The power of service and authenticity is ultimately a reflection of the greater purpose of all chosen ones: to elevate collective consciousness. Every act of service, no matter how small, contributes to this awakening. Every moment of authenticity is a reminder that the divine dwells within each of us. Together, these gestures create a movement that transforms lives, communities, and eventually, the world. The tools and practices to unlock spiritual power are the means by which the chosen deepen their connection to the divine and anchor their energy in the world. These are not merely rituals or techniques. They are conscious acts that cultivate presence, balance, and inner strength. The spiritual journey demands consistency, and these practices are like lighthouses illuminating the way, helping to overcome challenges and remain aligned with purpose. One of the most fundamental practices is grounding. In a world of constant distractions and external stimuli, grounding helps us return to the present moment and connect with the earth. This is vital, as spiritual power can only be fully accessed when we are balanced between the physical and the spiritual. A simple technique is walking barefoot in nature, feeling the ground beneath your feet and visualizing roots extending from your body's base to the earth's center. This practice not only stabilizes energy but also brings a sense of calm and security. Conscious breathing is another powerful tool. It serves as a bridge between the mind, body, and spirit. By focusing on your breath, you calm the mind and create space for intuition and clarity to emerge. An effective technique is the 4-7-8 breath. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and exhale gently for 8. This rhythm helps balance the nervous system and enhances the connection to the present moment. Each conscious breath is a reminder that you are alive, connected, and constantly renewed. Crystals are ancient allies on the spiritual journey, used for their ability to amplify intentions and balance energies. Each crystal has its unique properties. For example, amethyst is known for promoting spiritual clarity and protection, while rose quartz resonates with love and emotional healing. Incorporating crystals into meditations, Carrying them with you or placing them in spiritual practice spaces can help create an energetic field that supports your growth and alignment. Mantras are another transformative tool. These sacred words or phrases, repeated during meditation or throughout the day, help reprogram the mind and elevate vibration. In Hinduism, the mantra Om is considered the primordial sound of the universe, bringing balance and connection. In Buddhism, the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum invokes compassion and enlightenment. You can choose a mantra that resonates with your journey and use it as a focal point, allowing your energy to align with the intention behind the words. Consistency is key for these practices to yield meaningful results. Spiritual power does not manifest all at once. It reveals itself gradually as you dedicate time and energy to your development. Creating a daily spiritual routine, even a simple one, is a way of honoring your commitment to the path. It could be a morning meditation, a moment of gratitude before bed, or a deeper weekly practice like a guided visualization or purification ritual. Spiritual discipline is not about rigidity but about intention. It is the act of showing up for yourself day after day, with an open mind and receptive heart. Even on difficult days, the simple act of dedicating yourself to the practice is a powerful reminder that you are committed to your journey and unlocking your potential. These tools and practices are not just aids. They are invitations to explore your truth. Each time you engage with them, you strengthen the connection to your essence and deepen your understanding of the divine. By doing so, you not only unlock your spiritual power but also become a more conscious, balanced, and inspiring presence in the world. The union of individual purpose with the collective is one of the deepest truths of the chosen one's journey. While the spiritual path is personal and unique to each soul, it never happens in isolation. There is an undeniable interconnection linking every individual to the whole, and it is within this union that true spiritual power is revealed. What we do for ourselves, we do for the world. What we transform within transforms the collective. This understanding elevates the spiritual journey to something far greater than an individual quest for enlightenment. Each chosen one carries a specific purpose within, a mission only they can fulfill. This mission is a reflection of their gifts, experiences, and lessons accumulated over a lifetime. However, this uniqueness is not separate from the whole. On the contrary, it is an essential part of a greater divine plan. When a chosen one lives in alignment with their purpose, they contribute to the collective evolution, elevating the consciousness of everyone around them. This spiritual interconnection can be understood as a vast energetic fabric, where each individual is a thread contributing to the strength and beauty of the whole. When one thread is strengthened, the entire fabric becomes more resilient. Similarly, when a chosen one unlocks their spiritual power and lives in alignment with their essence, they inspire others to do the same. This inspiration does not have to be explicit. Often, it occurs quietly, like a vibration resonating in hearts ready to awaken. The collective mission of humanity is to awaken to a higher state of consciousness where unity and love are guiding principles. This does not mean everyone must follow the same path or adopt the same beliefs. Rather, it means each person must find their own truth and live it in a way that benefits the whole. The chosen play a crucial role in this process, acting as beacons that illuminate the way for others through their authenticity and service. This union of individual purpose with the collective is also a lesson in humility. Recognizing that we are part of something greater reminds us that our actions, no matter how small, have an impact beyond ourselves. Each act of kindness, each conscious choice, each moment of presence is a contribution to the creation of a more harmonious and connected world. This understanding frees us from the need for immediate results or recognition, as we know the impact of our actions reverberates in ways we may never fully see. This union also teaches us about the balance between giving and receiving. Just as we contribute to the collective, we are also supported by it. Every interaction, every relationship, every encounter offers opportunities for learning and growth. The chosen understand that by serving others, they are also serving themselves, as the good they create in the world inevitably returns to them in the form of spiritual abundance. By embracing this interconnection, the chosen discover that they are never alone on their journey. Even when facing challenges or moments of solitude, they can feel the presence of the whole, sustaining and guiding them. This connection is a constant source of strength and inspiration, reminding them that they are part of a greater movement of transformation and awakening. Living the union of individual and collective purpose is an act of faith and commitment. It is trusting that each step taken with intention and authenticity contributes to something much greater than ourselves. It is recognizing that as we transform ourselves, we transform the world. And as we serve the world, we fulfill the deepest purpose of our soul. The spiritual journey culminates in a powerful reflection on the importance of embracing spiritual power as part of a greater purpose. This journey is not just about finding answers or achieving spiritual goals. It is about living with the awareness that every moment is an opportunity for growth, learning, and connection. It is a call to recognize the divine within yourself, accept your gifts, and act in alignment with your mission, knowing that the impact of your choices extends far beyond what can be seen. Embracing this power means recognizing that you have a unique role in the grand tapestry of existence. Every experience you have lived, every challenge you have overcome, and every insight you have discovered are tools that prepare you to fulfill your mission. This power is not about control or superiority but about authenticity, service, and alignment with the universal flow. It is about living with the conviction that your presence in the world is meaningful, no matter how small your actions may seem. Accepting the spiritual mission does not mean the journey will always be clear or easy. On the contrary, it often requires courage to face uncertainties, resilience to overcome obstacles, and humility to recognize that learning never ends. At the same time, this mission brings a sense of purpose that lights the way even in the darkest hours. It is a constant reminder that you are here for a reason and that every step you take is part of a greater divine plan. Reflecting on this journey is an invitation for each person to ask themselves, what can I do today to live in alignment with my purpose? How can I use my gifts to benefit others? What am I willing to transform within myself to unlock my full spiritual potential? These questions do not demand immediate answers. They are seeds planted in the mind and heart, which will germinate and bloom in their own time. This journey is also an invitation to community. While spiritual awakening is deeply personal, it does not happen in isolation. Each chosen one is part of an invisible network of awakened souls, all working together, even in different ways, to elevate collective consciousness. Recognizing this connection is a source of strength, reminding us that we are never alone, even when the path feels solitary. The final reflection on spiritual power is a celebration of what it means to be human. It is an affirmation that, while we are imperfect and vulnerable, we are also infinitely capable of love, growth, and transformation. It is a reminder that the divine is not separate from us. It lives in every thought, action, and choice we make. By embracing this truth, we become not only recipients of spiritual power but also its guardians and transmitters, spreading light in a world that desperately needs it. This journey does not end here. It is a continuous cycle of awakening, learning, and service, always calling us to explore new levels of consciousness and purpose. As you continue on it, remember that every step, no matter how small, is an act of courage and love that contributes to the transformation of the world. As this journey comes to a close, a new understanding arises. You are an agent of transformation, a beacon that illuminates the world with your unique light. Every step taken along this path has prepared you for this moment. The spiritual power you unlock is not a final destination but a continuous commitment to live with intention, authenticity, and love. It reminds you that you are both a reflection of the divine and an indispensable part of the grand dance of creation. The world needs your light, not because it is perfect but because it is real, capable of touching others in ways you may never fully realize. Your choices, no matter how small, create ripples of impact that extend far beyond what your eyes can see. An act of compassion, a word of wisdom, or even your simple presence in a difficult moment can be the difference someone needs to awaken to their own journey. Remember that being chosen is not an isolated responsibility, it is a call to collaboration with the universe. Every time you align with your purpose, you not only transform yourself but also contribute to the collective awakening of humanity. Your courage inspires others to find theirs. Your authenticity encourages others to live their truths. Your journey becomes part of something infinitely greater, a silent and powerful movement toward a more conscious and loving world. Now, I invite you to continue this journey. Allow yourself to explore your spiritual potential, discover more about yourself, and embrace your mission with an open heart and resolute spirit. Do not fear the difficulties. They are the catalyst that lead you to new heights. Trust the process, the divine, and yourself. And as you do so, remember that you are never alone. A greater force is guiding your steps, sustaining you in every moment and celebrating every breakthrough. If this message resonated with you, if it touched something within you that reminded you of your own power, I invite you to continue this connection. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this message with those you believe need to hear it. Together, we can create a community of awakened souls united by the desire to grow, serve, and shine. Your light is needed. Your role is unique. And the world is a better place because you are in it. Keep walking with confidence, faith, and love, knowing that every step is a gift you offer to the universe. Until our next encounter, where new reflections and insights will guide us even deeper on this journey of self-discovery and purpose. May your light always shine wherever you are.